and borrow our way and spend our way out of the problems. They put us on track to quadruple our deficit. They proposed a $3.8 mind-boggling, record-busting, $3.8 trillion federal budget. And they just passed that $1 trillion European-style healthcare scheme called Obamacare. Now, something's not quite right when Fidel Castro comes out and says he likes Obamacare, but we don't like Obamacare. They keep borrowing and proposing big new programs with giant price tags, and they dig us further into debt and stick our kids with the bill, and that makes us more beholden to other countries. It makes us less secure. It makes us less free. And I don't know about you, but that does tick me off because I care about our children and our children's future.
They have no future. Our kids have no future.
They have a debt future.
They have nothing. I'm 68 years old, and I can tell you right now, our kids have nothing.
Our future, and somebody needs to tell them this isn't a crapshoot. Just a lot of this is being crap, though.
You do not spend your way out of a problem.
Somebody's got to tell Harry Reid.
Can you imagine if we did that with our own budgets?
That we don't like their plans. We've told them in polls and protests and special elections, but they just don't get it. They lecture us and they apologize for us and they talk down to us. They keep telling us, especially the Tea Party Americans, they're saying, oh, we'd like their policies and programs if only we were smart enough to understand them. We've got news for them. We get it. We understand plenty. And we have a word for them. We still don't like it. Because, folks, we are not to have to work for government. Government is to work for us.
Yes!
Hey, bad news, sport.
We don't need a bunch of elites in Washington making decisions for us. We're smart enough to make decisions for ourselves, and that's why we believe in expanding freedom and opportunities and not the overreaching arm of government. But the left in Washington, they don't see it that way. What we have here is a difference of opinion, but that's okay, because that's nothing that a good old-fashioned election can't fix.
Yeah! Woohoo! Get rid of that son of a...
So the liberals in Washington had better start listening to the American people instead of lecturing us. And I've had the privilege of traveling around this country in this last year and meeting the good men and women who actually run this country, the small business owners, those who grow our food, and those who fight our wars for us and teach our children and run our factories, and, you know, a whole lot of us, those who still cling to their guns and religion. When I talk to them, you know, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about our future. I am optimistic. Because if you know where to look, there are signs of real hope across this country. Everyday Americans working so hard to get us back on track. And patriots who are standing up and speaking out. And neighbors who are helping one another get through these tough times. And entrepreneurs and small businesses who are working hard to grow our economy, one job, one paycheck, one American dream at a time, in spite of what government is doing to our small businesses. They are still trying to rebuild. And a lot of common sense conservative candidates are putting it all on the line in 2010 in order to get our country back on the right track. And believe it or not, there are even some hopeful signs in Washington where there are still some common sense conservative leaders who know that we cannot spend our way out of these problems. Leaders who are not afraid to make tough choices because they believe in what Ronald Reagan said, that there are no easy answers, but there are simple answers. We just need the courage to do what we know is morally right. In Congress who stood firm against Obamacare right up to the very end. They understand that to get our country back on the right track, our economy roaring again, we need to cut spending. spending, not simply stall the spending spree that we've been on. What kind of quasi-spending freeze led by Barack Obama, what kind of spending freeze do you think that's going to look like after they've jacked up the budget to these record levels and then, oh, we're going to freeze it right there for a couple of special programs? No, we need to cut spending, see, real cuts. We need to cut taxes so our families can keep more of what they earn and our mom and pops can reinvest in our businesses.
Let's get back to working again.
If our small businesses could keep more of what we earn, what we produce, we can reinvest, we can hire more people, and that's how our economy can get back to life. We need to cut the corporate federal tax and simplify the tax code. And we need to get competition into health care and tackle our debt and our long-term deficit. And we need to jumpstart energy projects. What a ridiculous position America is in today, relying on foreign countries to produce energy for us when we have the resources right here in this country. Conventional resource development and nuclear power and clean coal technology and offshore drilling instead of paying hundreds and hundreds of billions of your U.S. dollars going to foreign regimes, some of these foreign regimes that do not like America and could cut off supply, as Al-Qaeda targeting Arab oil fields just recently. Just think what that would do to our economy as we become even more beholden to these volatile, dangerous regimes, because Congress and those in the White House choose to not allow us to develop our own God-given resources in the United States of America. There is an inherent link between energy and prosperity, between energy and security, and between energy and freedom. We do need to drill here and drill now. Now those are the kinds of common sense conservative solutions that Americans support. And if the liberals don't have the good sense to listen to the American people, then we're going to find some new leaders who will.